Good evening, folks. This is Diamond from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project on Saturday, October 14th, 2017 at 9:07 p.m. Mountain Time. Giving you a grand solar minimum update. What you're looking at is catastrophic flooding due to cosmic ray increase, causing increased cloud nucleation, resulting in more rain per event. This is going to only increase as we move forward. Top stories, weather warnings, flooding and rock slides in West and North Iceland. Now, flooding has been a problem in this part of Iceland all year. Heavy rainfall today in this area caused flooding and danger of rock slides, warns the Met Office. Weather will be unpredictable towards the weekend with areas of low pressure arriving. So there's a danger of rock slides and flooding in Iceland. The picture we started with is heavy flooding, leaving more than 500,000 without drinking water in Costa Rica. Friends of mine have said, I'm moving to Costa Rica for the GSM. Bad idea. The whole world will be, first of all, if you're thinking of moving to Costa Rica during the grand solar minimum, the whole world will be migrating towards the tropics because that's the warm area and they'll think it's the safe area. This area is going to be where global unrest, small arms fire, and fighting over bananas is going to occur, as well as massive flooding and tropical storm increase exponentially. So not a good place to be going. Just a heads up on Costa Rica. So 500,000 people without drinking water across the country, according to the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. Torrential rains that have poured down on Costa Rica since mid-September, it's 4 weeks, were made worse by Tropical Storm Nate, which hit the country in early October. Here's the problem. Drainage systems were clogged and disrupting disposal systems, so you have human feces and all other toxins in that flooding, as well as fuel oil and other toxic chemicals. That place is a toxic nightmare right now, and most people are living by rivers where all this toxic shit is going to be deposited. So good luck moving to Costa Rica for the grand solar minimum if that's your choice, because this is what you have to look forward to. Moving on, catastrophic flooding affects thousands of families in conflict-ridden Pibor, South Sudan. This is the last thing these people need. They're in civil war and unrest, which is going to be spreading across the world as we progress into the grand solar minimum in the coming years. Severe flooding washed away houses, livestock, and farmland. So the food, the animals, everything is gone in a place that has already been hit with crop losses because of the changing weather and the cooling of the planet. So this is a big heads up here. A lot of water came into my house. The children have nowhere to sleep. There are serious concerns. Just go down here. People are trying to carry on with their lives as best they can. Some are able to take canoes to get to the local market, most of which is underwater. The local market is underwater. Food is selling at premium prices, of course, because there's always price gouging, shrinkflation, etc., because of the scarcity of products. So corn is up. Animals are lost. Flood is ravaging South Sudan. Let's get on to earthquakes. Volcano Discovery puts out an earthquake report. Here is the earthquake report worldwide for today. And it's pretty nice. I'll leave you a link to this. It gives you a summary of all the quakes worldwide above a certain magnitude, in this case M3. It shows you how many total quakes above M3, 30 quakes at M3 plus, 23 at M4 plus, 3 at M5 plus, for a total of 56 quakes today. Then the concentrated areas. Notice there's a M3.9 here up in Cascadia. A lot of activity in Central America. Typical activity here on the west coast of South America. Boom, boom, boom. Biggest quake of note today in Japan here, and then they will show you the quake of notes, Venezuela, Japan, etc. down here. So that's a great resource if you're looking to get a synopsis of the day's events, and that's at Volcano Discovery. And I'll leave you links to that. So one thing that occurred in the last 24 hours is volcanic activity at Ambrym continued at minor levels. The alert level remains at 3. There have been over 600 or 200 earthquakes a day in this area. 200 earthquakes a day at Ambrym. Now, if you want to Google Ambrym, and I'll leave you links to it, the Wikipedia, This baby's a huge volcano. The last eruption was in 50 AD, and it was Plinian forming the actual island. This is a very violent eruption, even though it's a basaltic volcano. There's the island right there. And if we go to some of our research graphs and we look at the ice data from Greenland, which shows all the grand minimums, the Minoan drop, the Roman drop. The Plinian eruption happened during the Roman, right after the Roman warm, right here in the Roman drop, 50 AD, down here during this grand solar minimum. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going into the 7th on this graph. So 50 AD is right here, which is the last time Ambrym erupted, and it was catastrophic. You can read about it here. It's a 12-kilometer wide caldera. That's what happened in 50 AD. The huge eruption. Explosive force is rated at 6, the second highest in the Smithsonian Institution's VEI in recent geologic history. This baby is hot and it's about to blow. And there's an update on a volcano we had been following a week ago that everyone gave me shit and said, it's not going to blow. Why are you telling everyone to leave? Because it's going to blow. I guarantee it. Because it is cyclically blown every time we have high cosmic ray flux. And there have been over 900 earthquakes per day in just the last 24 hours. So this thing is hot, and they've re-upped the danger zone here. The likelihood of an eruption in this volcano in the near future remains very high. I thought I turned that off. I'm sorry, guys. With an average of 800 to 900 earthquakes per day, swarms of volcanic quakes likely reflect rock fracturing events by internal fluid pressure as magma intrudes the edifice at shallow depths. When magma intrudes the edifice at shallow depths, look out. That baby is going to blow. So Agung is back on high alert. I would not get near there. One other thing that's happening is Sinabung there's some ash warnings for the local areas. This is the uptick in the last 2 days. Look at this uptick. That is a lot of activity, folks. And it looks like it's slowly swelling and increasing. So we're going to keep an eye on this. It erupted back in the Dalton minimum here, in the Glassberg minimum. A Plinian eruption in 1963. So we're going to keep an eye on that. There is a Mount Agung live webcam. I'll leave you links to that so that if you want to keep it on your computer and watch it, if it does go off. And also in Volcano Discovery, you can get information. So Agung volcano is increasing seismic activity has led to a new alert on Friday. The likelihood of an eruption of the volcano in the near future still remains high. Sinabung, there is ash warnings because of the eruption a few days ago, which means the eruption is still ongoing. And we're talking about keeping a running list of volcanic eruptions worldwide, and we've started it. Now, this is the Wikipedia live update of currently erupting volcanoes, which I'll put you on. And you can see there's the difference here, the purple versus blue. Those are new volcanoes that just got added. And we can see Shinomotake has been added from Japan. That started erupting 3 days ago. And etc. Volcán de Fuego in Guatemala. So this is a list of every type of volcano on the globe erupting. And there are 46 stratovolcanoes erupting currently with Shinmodake included. Okay, and we can come down here and to the shield volcanoes. There are 3 shield volcanoes erupting currently. And then we just talked about Ambrym is about to blow, and they've already put it on the list in dark purple here. They've added it in Vanuatu, and then there's a lava cone in Papua New Guinea for a total of 50 erupting volcanoes. If we include Ambrym, 51, and that's our number. The number is 51, folks, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And moving forward, we're going to be adding to the list, and we're going to be tracking it across the globe so that we can determine if there are patterns to these eruptions. And we're going to be using the Volcano Discovery map which is not coming up here. But there's a heads up on Ambrym. It could be a big eruption. You'll get the information on it. You'll get the warnings. You'll have the seismic alert zones. You can see here are the danger zones for it erupting. It doesn't explode violently like a high silica rich because this is basaltic. It's more ferrous. It's dark black like this, but it's still a 12-kilometer wide caldera. It has the potential to disperse a huge amount of carbon into the atmosphere and cool the planet quickly. And that is what we're looking forward to. It has happened every single grand minimum in the past, that when the grand minimum begins, volcanoes begin to erupt and they cool the planet very quickly. That's what these downward lines are. The planet cooling very quickly because of volcanic eruption adding to the sun's effect. So we're going to be watching this. It is going to happen live in our lifetimes, and it's starting now. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Enjoyed the information you got tonight. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. Everything you saw tonight, and be safe.